Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Final Fantasy draft here on the channel. Huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview account in this early access event so I could get this recorded for you early. Let's dive on in. Okay, our rare is pretty reasonable. The Astrologian's Planisphere. So, equip creature's a wizard, and has whenever you cast a non-creature spell, and when you draw your third card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So basically, a 2-drop that just gets a counter on it when you cast non-creature spells, which is a great growing threat, and you can re-equip it to be pretty useful to make other creatures growing threats. The Lindblum Industrial Regency is also really good because it's a land when you need it, or it can be a little bit of extra utility when you need it. The other uncommon that's great is Grahatia. So you draw extra cards when your creatures die or artifacts die, which includes like sacking a treasure, which is great. Lightning Bolt is in this pack. I think that's going to be hard to pass up. Lightning Bolt is just so good. And then Vanille, Cheerful Lycée, White Auracite. Those are both good cards as well. But Lightning Bolt, 1 mana, deal 3 damage to any target is just a premium card and probably one you're going to take out of most packs you see it in because you win a lot of games where your opponent taps out for like a 3/3 on turn 3 and you just kill it for 1 mana and then get to advance your own game plan. So that's what we're going to be taking here. Okay, following up Lightning Bolt, we would really like to play it. It is a very strong card, and following it up with Summon Esperama is pretty reasonable, I think. It's a nice way to get another bit of extra value from your spells. If they're in your graveyard, you just get to kill something and then attack them with your wizard for like 1 turn, and yeah, it's a nice little kill spell, I think. It's between that and a Dragoon's Wyvern, I think, which is a really nice creature that makes a 1/1, and then White Auracite as a removal spell. So those are the main 3 options. Buffing your wizards isn't the craziest with this card, and it only attacks 1 time, but still generally pretty good. Tough choice. It plays well with things like the wizards from Black Mage's Rod. Swallowed by Leviathan is an interesting counter spell. I think I'll take the Summon Esperama, though. Pick 3. So we've taken... This is non-creature, non-land card, so it would play well with something like World Map. We've got a couple of red cards, and now there's no red cards that are good in this pack, and so we're kind of in a new territory where we might have to abandon both of our first picks. The last pack we almost took the Dragoon. Here we could take Diamond Weapon, just go a completely different direction. I think we're going to do that. I think it can be very powerful if we fill our graveyard. We could also take Ahriman as a way to maybe use some of our synergies. I think I will take Ahriman. Ahriman goes in the same decks as Diamond Weapon, but could also go with my red cards here. And now we can take Shambling Sieth. Cool little combo with like Ahriman, sacrifice it, cast non-creature spell, play black, pay it back, play it again. There's also Ahriman again. There's Quina Ku Gourmet. I think black-red could be a good home for the cards that I have. Lionheart's interesting, but let's just see if we can get a black-red deck going. Now there's Red Mage's Rapier. So pretty decent card with Ahriman because you get a couple things to sacrifice. There's also Freya Crescent, I guess, though I don't love this card. Fight On, I guess, is an option as well. I don't think the Rapier is that good. But if you're playing non-creature spells, it can attack pretty effectively. This could go well in a black-white version of the deck. There's just Fat Chocobo. We can try the Red Mage's Rapier, see if it's worth including. I don't think it is, but this is like the shell for it. It's like a red-black non-creature spells matter deck. Now there's Side Quest, Play Blitzball, and Haste Magic. Both interesting options. Side Quest plays better with like more stable creatures, so it's really bad with the Red Mage's Rapier, but we might not play the Rapier anyway. 6 or more damage is a lot, and it has to be combat damage. So equipping it's not really a huge option. I don't really like Haste Magic either. We could take the Staff. Could also take Reinforcements. Let's take haste magic, though. We'll see if we can build an aggressive deck that uses that. Now there's Judge, Magister, Gabranth, pick 7. I think that might be better than taking Shinra Reinforcements. I know we have most of our cards in red. But pick 7 could mean that this is open, and black-white, we have a couple really good cards for it already. Could also just take Relentless XATM. Hard to block. Recursive to some degree. I think the ship has sailed on white. I'm just going to stick to red. Especially considering that I haven't passed much red, so red should be open pack 2 as well. Now I get an Undercity Dire Rat, another good card with Ahriman. Unexpected Request could be good in this deck, actually. If I build some sack synergies in. This card sacrifices things. I could find some other stuff that sacrifices things. I think I'd rather just take the rat, though, here. There's not a ton of sacrifice cards in the set. And I don't want to have to bother prioritizing them. Maybe that's a mistake. But I think the rat is a pretty good 2-drop. I have one way to sack things so far. Definitely taking Crossroads Village, though. Graha Tia. Tia is super good. At least I think it is. Like, it's like you attack in with a creature a turn and it just gets to replace itself when it dies. Red is not actually that open. But I think we're committed anyway. That's tough. Now we get Marlboro. There was a good number of white cards. We could have maybe built a white-black deck. But I think because of the way we drafted this, we forced ourselves into red to play this Lightning Bolt. And that was bad. And now we have to live with the consequences of our actions. Like, if we had just abandoned Lightning Bolt, like we take a blue card instead of the summon Esper Rama, and then we take like that white-black card at one point, then we get the Tia on the wheel. Yeah, this was a white-black seat, but we'll see how it turns out in pack 2. Self-destruct. This is one of the cards you can play with a steal spell. Monk's Fist. We'll take the Monk's Fist. Lab man. Okay, pack 2. Well, Gaius Van Belsar is reasonable. Gosh, just thinking about the deck I could have had, but that's neither here nor there. We'll try the Gaius. I think Side Quest might have been better for a white deck if I was playing it. This card's also interesting. The Q-Trib Forayer. Hey, getting rid of enchantments could be pretty good. Yeah, we'll take it. Oh, man. I was so close to taking the white-black guy instead of, like, Hill Gigas. Because then I would have had a pretty solid version of this, I think. Okay, I'm going to take the Shambling CF now. Another copy of that. I think this card's pretty good. You just get to grow it every time you cast a non-creature spell. My non-creature spell count is pretty reasonable. 4, never mind, it's terrible. We'll get there, don't worry. Like, 2 of my red cards are just actively bad. Just take another Marlboro. It's weird because I'm in a spot where I know what I'm doing is wrong. Well, not like, I don't think black is a bad place to be, but like, Not feeling great about my red cards. Okay, I'll just take a Summon Anima. Very good value play. There's another Summon Esperama. Heck dies. Sword. Our top end is pretty good. Like, we're going to be pretty good if we get into a top deck war with someone. Like, I don't even really want to play these two cards. I could have just swapped into white so late. I'm going to take Heck Dies over Call the Mountain Chocobo. Call the Mountain Chocobo is really good in this deck, though, because I need to hit my 5th and 6th land drops. I just think I need cheaper spells more. Sir Conrad the Grim is really nice. Suplex is a really good kill spell, though. And I don't think I need this card as much as I need a kill spell. I wouldn't mind Black Mage's Rod either. Just going to take my kill spells. Sometimes it's easy to forget that I have a red spell. Sure, I'll take Sorceress's Schemes. Fill my deck with some more instants and sorceries to go with it. Ooh, I like this card in this deck. A lot of value from this. Fills my graveyard. Good synergy. Can mill over a Shambling CF. I'm playing a black-red control deck, which may or may not work out. Gosh, this deck is so weird. Red is not providing a whole lot for me, but cheap interaction is actually pretty important, so I don't want to play Monk's Fists. Okay, I don't mind playing a Q-Trip Forayer. Side quest, catch a fish. Blazing Bomb. Just like a 1-drop that can like kill a 1 toughness creature or eventually a 2 toughness creature maybe. Haste Magic. Jadur. Not even really playing the Haste Magic I have, but I don't want to pass. Ooh, there's another Summon Esperama. I would love a red-black land, but Summon Esperama is like one of my better cards, so getting another one seems okay. And then Laughing Mad. Ooh. This deck is coming together a little bit more than I thought it would. 3-mana 3/3, you can sack a creature if I do draw a card. Okay. Another creature dies, target opponent lose 1 life and gain 1 life. If it triggers 4 times, yeah, it's not going to trigger 4 times, but it's still a solid card. There's also Fatal Push. Cornered by Black Mages, Suplex. So do I have creatures I want to sack? I want to sack Heck Dies. I don't mind sacking Undercity Dire Rat. I don't mind sacking Blazing Bomb. Shambling CF is great to sacrifice. I got plenty of stuff to sacrifice to Sephiroth. Suplex might be better. Fatal Push might be better. We'll try him, though. Oh, gosh. And then we'll get a Fight On as the only card for us. This card is so messed up. If you can cast it. 8 mana is a lot, but... Gosh. The white deck. This card's also pretty solid, I think. Our deck is kind of in a weird spot. Beautiful. We get a kill spell. Just what I wanted. I wouldn't mind playing the Reinforcements or the Call the Mountain Chocobo. So this is 23, so we can play one more card from our sideboard here for now. It's funny because we have our red-black land deck that could have been a way better white-black deck, but it's still okay. This is our build for now. 1 copy of Haste Magic. We do have some creatures. Ooh, I like Queen Brane. I think Vane's Treachery is better, though. Queen Brane is so punishing, though. Like, you play this on turn 3 and it just wins you the game when combined with removal, which I have. I can make an army of wizards, potentially. I just want more creatures, though. I mean, more kill spells and cheap play, so. Gotta make that pick, sadly. This card could be a ramp spell. I don't think I need another fight on. Don't need that guy. I could just play a 4/4 reach for 4. That's actually okay, probably. I'm just almost like, ugh. I realized it probably at the right time that I should switch, and then I just, ugh. The white-black guy pick 7 will haunt me. It will haunt me. Just so brutal. I messed it up so badly. But I am still optimistic that this deck can win. Gonna take a red-black land now because my deck is pretty much done. Got plenty of playables. Plenty of playables. Ooh. Nice. Another utility land. Don't mind if I do. I could play 17 lands here, have 3 land cyclers, and like pretty good spells and stuff. I don't need haste magic anymore, that's for sure. Blazing Bomb I think is worth it though. Not only because I can trigger it, but also just as a cheaper play that I can like kill other things that are cheap. The Barrett Wallace is my weakest card right now, I think. Cornered by Black Mages is interesting. I think I might rather have the Gaius, though. Just gonna cry to myself. Ooh, Call the Mountain Chocobo is better than Gaius. Just getting a Garatia with like 3 cards in the pack is crazy. And then Weapons Vendor. I could almost build a white deck now that's better than the red cards I have. Oh my gosh, Red Mage's Rapier. Interesting deck. I spent a lot of the draft complaining, but I wasn't really trying to complain. I was just trying to make sure that I highlighted that, like, you got to be careful. Like, I got 3 white cards that were pretty good. I don't know why I was trying to avoid drafting white cards. It's just a weird place to be. So I need to make... I think I'm pretty good on cards. Yeah. Should be pretty good. My mana's good. My cards are good. My deck's solid. I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. There are about 150 people who support the channel in this way on Patreon, and their contribution makes a big difference towards my ability to make all of the resources that are able to help the Magic community, like my draft guides, my set reviews, my pre-release helper sheets, my cheat sheets for draft, all of that stuff. Patrons really make a big difference in allowing me to do all of those things and spending the time and effort to do so. And it's great to be able to make these free resources, but I do want to give a special thanks to those people who do support and give back to the channel, because they really do a huge service for the community with their contributions. So I really do appreciate everyone who does support me via Patreon, and I do like to make some special content just for patrons, like my card by card tier list for each set, my format thoughts document, and things like that, because Patreon does make a huge difference for the channel, the whole ecosystem. And so if you're able to become a patron and you've been enjoying my content for a long time and you think you can give back and it's something you can do, then Patreon does make a sizable impact, and I really do appreciate everyone who contributes to the channel in this way. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who contribute at the credits level. It really does make a big difference, and I do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We'll keep this hand on the draw. I would love a lightning bolt. I think all of my hands will say that. I feel fairly confident I can outgrind a blue-green deck. If they counter this, I'm not even that unhappy. Okay, this game's a little bit over. I will say, I am only going to be playing 5 rounds with this deck, regardless of how I do, because I like to make sure I maximize my time in the early access event and try as many different decks as possible. And so it's always kind of like a 3-2 record is a good one, and then anything better than that is always nice. And then if something like 2-3, it's usually like a little bit unfortunate, and then, yeah. So our deck is looking pretty solid. Not the greatest, most proactive of plays. This card's going to be pretty great, though. Okay, so they get a land. No kill spells yet. This thing will eventually have them lose 3 life. Well, that's perfect. Couldn't ask for better, I think. I'm just going to attack and offer the trade. Whenever another creature dies. Oh. So that's their creature dying. Sure. Chocobo kick. Unfortunate. So they're at 4, and this is going to deal 2 to them, so that's pretty good. And this can flash back this thing. I think I'm in good shape to win this one. Gotta be honest. I'm not going to say it's unwinnable for them, but pretty good shape for me. So you have something better than playing a 3-3. Okay, yep, this is over. So, unless they gain a bunch of life and deploy a huge creature, I have too much stuff for them to stop me. Okay, that's one. Step 1. Then they go land. Okay, so yeah, Marlborough's gonna get him. Marlborough always gets his man. Got him. So we're 1-0, on our way to doing well. This is why sometimes it's important to just stay consistent and not get too demoralized when the draft doesn't go literal perfect, because you can still get wins, still have a strong deck. I'll see you next round. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. We've got our blazing bomb to start things off. Give ourselves a little bit of a nice start. It's pretty good for them. I will use blazing bomb to kill this though. Then we'll get our shambling CF into play. And then we can make them sack their token. So that's pretty good. Gaius is just a good card, I think. Sacrifices a creature token. This card is messed up, by the way. Just going to try to run him out of creatures. Beautiful. Boom! Got the win. Oh, that was so satisfying. Nicely done, deck. Good job. Do we have another one of those barons we could include? Because making both the players sacrifice a token seems really good against a lot of decks. Yeah, we do have another Gaius. What are we playing instead? Honestly, it's probably still fine to just play the one, but maybe Blazing Bomb's better. I don't even know. But yep, we should be pretty good. Maybe we could cut a land for a Gaius because we have these 3 cyclers, but I don't really want to cut a land because I want to cast the cyclers, but then again, we could cast other things. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's try it like this. I want to get the extra Gaius in there, get more reps with it. See you next round. Welcome to another round. Oh, gosh. I have to mulligan. It's funny because that was the card that I cut. I'm going to cut the CF here. That was like the first order of the card that I cut was a land for it, and then I immediately got punished. Name red. Immediate punish. Sephiroth, here we go. I'm now realizing it was a bit hasty of me to make such changes, potentially. Okay, well, at least we're going to get to have them sacrifice an enchantment. I will decline for now. I think pressuring them could be good. Okay, Fable. Cycle more burrow. Fight on back my 2 guys. Okay, resolves. Our deck is 2-0 right now. We're still battling to be undefeated. Pretty exciting. I guess the Sephiroth triggering 4 times makes more sense. If like 4 things trigger. Like 4 things die. I didn't even read the back half. You can emblem. Wow. And a 5/5. And Arimon is fine. That's tough. If I had just drawn a land to play Marlborough, it would have really gotten him. And then I would have been able to... I think 2 for 1 feels bad. Oh, this is really bad. Do they have Syncopate? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. This game has really crumbled. Yep. I assume they probably didn't have the Syncopate that one turn. Maybe they did have the Syncopate, so drawing a land would have just gotten my Marlborough syncopated. But if I had resolved Marlborough before instead of their Fire Magic wiping my board, or even just had it syncopated instead of it wiping my board. Ugh. I was trying to strategize how I could get this thing to work, where I go like Sephiroth, attack, trade, play Gaius, both of us sack a guy. Honestly, a pretty reasonable draw. Now I just need to draw a land, so I can go Sephiroth, Gaius. No follow-up creature, please? Nope, of course they have a follow-up creature. Why wouldn't they have a follow-up creature? They always have a follow-up creature. Oh, yeah, perfect. Not surprising to see that one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll concede to that. Yep. Even though we could get rid of it, like sacrifice the thing, we're just dead on board with the other stuff. Yeah, that was brutal. We almost got him though. Welcome to another round. We will mulligan. Keep this though. The classic. It's a classic. We should have brought back in the land. We're gonna ditch summon. It's just hard to use. They also mulliganed, luckily. Sephiroth into call is pretty good. Let's just take the land. We'll take swamp because we're going to get another mountain from this. Maybe that means I should have taken the Marlboro because I was going to get a land from this, but I want to just hit my land drops. Sure. Sephiroth to the rescue. Totally solid card. Does good stuff. If I had more, like, heck dies, it'd be better, but still totally good. Okay, that thing's gotta die. This thing adding the mana is so good with Lightning Bolt. No attacks. I can be patient. I wanted to Lightning Bolt it, but I didn't want to Lightning Bolt it this turn. Namazu Trader, sure. Blazing Bomb is going to take out the Wyvern at some point. So I can go Sephiroth's Intervention on the Namazu Trader. I think I can actually flip Sephiroth if I play this right. It's going to be a following turn thing. Oh, I should have done that the opposite order. That's what I get for playing things irresponsibly. Oh, gosh. So we're going to flip Sephiroth here. It doesn't really matter what order I played that in. Decline. I don't need to sacrifice. But whenever a creature dies, they lose a life and I gain a life, so they're pretty much just dead. I actually can just get back Lightning Bolt and bolt them to death. So, pretty good. I mean, Lightning Bolt is a messed up card. Boom! Got the win. I could have just attacked them. We're 3-1. We're heading to the final round with this deck. Let's try to secure a 4-1 because 3-1, good, but not as good as it could be. Let's go. Welcome to another round. Another great hand for us here. 2-drop, 3-drop. Gaius sacking Undercity Rat is pretty good for us. Just need to hit one land, and then we're going to be closer to Summon Anima as well. Oh, I forgot to cut the second Gaius for another land, and it's punishing me once more. Okay, okay. Gaius is really good against that, because it's an enchantment, so I can get them to sack it. Of course. Max punished every time. Let's go. Yep, I might lose this game solely because of my greed. And forgetting to sideboard, de-sideboard. Like, if this was a land, I would have won this game easily, I think. Make them sack this. Oh, well, that's pretty great for me. I really want to get them to sack this, but I had to get rid of that big creature first. Okay. Red. Each player sacrifices an enchantment. This is such a weird game. The Gaius is doing his thing, but when you miss lands, you miss lands. It's tough. Obviously, I would love to have a land this turn. Okay, he gets exiled. Vanille will suffer later. For now, I'm just going to make the treasure so I can guarantee my summon anima this turn, which I need. I'm going to try to trade it off with Vanille. If it does not successfully trade, I will lose. That is the case. Yep, you lose these games sometimes. You get greedy with your mana base. I'm going to play one more game with this deck in addition to the 5, just so I can play one with the better mana. So I'm not just... Oh, man. I guess I haven't technically lost this game yet. Exile 2 cards from a single graveyard. Let's get rid of their kick. Their Light of Judgment. Maybe I should have got rid of their land. I'm just dead to like Sabo Tender just sitting there. But if they have nothing, I mean, if they have lands, I'm dead. That's the problem. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna rebuild the deck that one time. I've literally gotten punished for it every single round and never gotten rewarded a single time. But you know, the Baron would have been good. I built my deck correctly the first time, I guess. But I just don't want to lose it my last round like that. It's just so lame. Like. It's just, I don't know. He seems like a solid card. Seems like it could have worked out, but I just happened to stumble into the max punish situation a couple times where you have to mulligan. I literally had to mulligan a hand, and then I lost that game because of it. I was like, what are you going to do? I mean, not do that, I guess. It seems like a totally reasonable thing to do, and this is very results-oriented of me, but like, I've drawn both Barons twice now, and it's been like, wow, if this Baron was a land, I would be able to win. Watch me flood out in this last game that I'm doing for redemption. Who knows? It's tough. Oh, there's Baron. But luckily I've got only one Baron. Or Gaius. I don't even know why I'm saying Gaius. Gaius von Balsar. It's because of Vaughn. It makes me think of a Baron. My opponent's been drafting a lot. They're into gold already. Interesting. Okay, we're going to name red mana here. Now we have double red. Okay, let's battle. Let's battle. We're going for 4 and 2. This is going to be our final round. We got to get redemption here. Okay, that guy is annoying. The lightning bolt. The lightning bolt. So good. Okay, this thing's gonna eventually... Okay, Poison the Waters I think is just a terrible card, so we'll keep that in mind. We will make them sacrifice an enchantment. Gaius is down. Gaius von Balsar has been taken down. It's rat time. Kill this guy before they can get any surveils going. It'll be a while before they can use that. They seem to be missing land drops. Hopefully we can take them down in the meantime. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Of course they have Call the Mountain Chocobo. Why wouldn't they have Call the Mountain Chocobo? Gosh darn it. Every time this card goes to the graveyard, Call the Mountain Chocobo gets involved. Okay. Charge. We do have a kill spell for this thing once it comes back. Kill that just in case they did have like some sort of 1-mana spell before then. Eventually Marlborough will be solid. They'll be able to get this guy into play soon. I can kill it, keep hitting them. I just really want to draw land this turn, but I've reached a point in my mental psyche where I don't even need to draw the land. It's more like, okay, if I draw the land, I have a play lined up, but it's all about figuring out the right play. It's not like, okay, let's just hope, 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 because it's more about solving each individual puzzle than it is about anything crazier. Okay. They bring their guy back. It's interesting. This is where I want to draw a land so I can get my... Oh my gosh, they have another one? That's not great. Sacrifice the rat. Or this guy. We'll sack this guy, because we can bring it back. We have Gaius. So we can bring back Gaius and the Seath. It's funny, every time I need to draw a land, to draw the tap land, it's just like, gosh darn it. Another Mountain Chocobo has been called. The Gaius will come see you now, as they say. Player sacrifices an enchantment. I will try to get rid of their big guy. Exile this guy. Sure. Ugh, this is so tough. They're just calling the Chocobos again. So many Mountain Chocobos have been called here. Oh, that's such a huge draw. This is a tremendously important draw here. Let's get rid of their 2 5/5s that are coming back. I was hoping to draw that guy. Oh my gosh. That's huge. I didn't want to trade 3 damage for 3 damage because of the life total situation. Maybe I should have been more willing to do that. Arden. Oh, gosh. That sucks. That just sucks. Do they have a creature in their graveyard? Yep, they got their enchantment guy. Gosh darn it. Instead of playing Shambling, I could have held up my removal spell, I guess. Okay, so we have to Sephiroth's this. And then just sit here. Try to get a double block in. They're going to have a kill spell. Oh, man. Playing one extra round is never a good idea. Jeez, this game would have been so... Imagine if one of these turns I could have just landed a Marlborough. Instead of like drawing the tap land at the worst possible time. And then poking myself in the eye. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh, the trade happens. That's insane. Varagoth, yep. They're getting rid of a kill spell. That's not a good sign. Yep, the Chocobo. They're going to get to boast. Put a card on top. They only have 10 cards left. And I get to mill the card they're searching up, which is pretty amazing. I might actually win this game. I'm going to keep Arimon for next turn so I can sack this treasure to draw a card, because it's that sort of game where that could matter. I'm going to lose 3 life. Playing things out of order, you might ask. I don't know, I got nervous. This is it. This is all I've got. I've got lethal on board. Yes! The redemption game! Oh, huge. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we won. Yes! Oh my gosh, we got him. Marlborough takes him down. Oh my gosh. Whew, well, that's a satisfying way for that to end. I can't believe it. The Marlborough like mills their card that they researched at the top of the deck. We managed to get it at the end. After a frustrating loss, we bounce back and go 4-2. I'm real happy with that. If you made it to the end of this video, leave hashtag redemption in the comment section down below, because this deck really did redeem itself. Bolt was fantastic. Marlborough carried us there at the end. A little bit of wonky play by me there, but it all worked out, and I'm really happy with the result. Thanks again to Wizards for the free preview account, for letting me get this recorded early. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.